Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. A comparison between the Queen's Beast series from the Royal Mint in silver and the Next Generation series from the Perth Mint in silver. That's right. These two coins are going to go head to head in competition and in comparison to see what the differences are, and we're going to see which one you like better between the two different series. Fascinating indeed. Does seem to be the case that nowadays here we're seeing a bit more of the 2-ounce PA4 or double thick coins here being released by various mints around the world, but most famously was the Queen's Beast 2-ounce series that started in 2016. And the Royal Mint has quite a hit with this series. It has taken the collecting community and the buoyant stacker community by storm with their brilliant designs and a wonderful theme that's not too long, not overly extended, and very well done by the Royal Mint. Now, there is some concern about milk spotting and some surface scratches on these pieces, as they do come in tubes of 10, but have the tendency to kind of get some scratches and the like on them. But this particular coin is quite fascinating. The similarities between the Royal Mint and the new Next Generation bullion is that they are double thick and they are both 2 ounces, and they both have the Queen on the obverse of the pieces. Now, the Next Generation bullion coins are just begun to be released this year in 2018, so they don't quite have the track record of being quite the hit yet, but they will carry a sort of a consistent theme throughout the series of animals from Australia and young, so a mother and a young animal being presented. And I'm not sure exactly how much more or how many of these will be released. There's not really been much say. If so, I've not seen any information on it. But for the Queen's Beast, it will also depict an animal. So that's a similarity. But they will be the Queen's Beasts series there. Very, very interesting. Another similarity between these is they both use security features, as we see with the chainmail on the reverse here with the bull in this particular case, and the radial lines here with the koalas. And then on the obverse, we see radial lines for the Next Generation, sort of consistent from the front and the back. And then we see the pattern there behind the Queen. There's a name for that, but I keep forgetting that name. But it is a very intricate pattern there on the obverse there. Now, the Queen's Beast, as most of you know, the previous pattern was sort of a stucco pattern that made it kind of difficult to read the text and was not very attractive. And so the Royal Mint decided to change that, and I'm glad they did. Very, very nice indeed. So there you have it. Those are the similarities between the two pieces, and that's kind of where it ends. Now, the differences are quite distinct as well. The first thing you notice is the size. The Queen's Beast is 38.61 millimeters in diameter, and the Next Generation bullion is 40.6 meters in diameter, or millimeters in diameter. Very fascinating to see the differences in the diameter of these. And it's not quite as apparent with the thicknesses, but the Queen's Beast obviously is slightly thicker because of the smaller diameter. Very, very nice. Now, the other thing you'll notice between the differences between these two coins is the finish. The Queen's Beast has a consistent, shiny finish throughout the coin, a polished, shiny finish. Whereas the Next Generation bullion here, the koala, has got multiple levels of frosting, although not thick frost, just kind of a smooth, kind of multiple different levels of frosting there, with the koala and the the devices being more shiny. But even they do have some surface treatment, although very, very mild indeed between them. So there's a difference there. Now, the other massive difference is the mintage. The Queen's Beast have an unlimited mintage between them, and the Next Generation Bullion series has a limited mintage of 75,000 pieces that will be limited. So that makes them slightly more collectible and puts them in direct competition for desirability, because of the Queen's Beast, well, you can pretty much get them anywhere for a decent price. Now, another similarity is these are both priced fairly reasonably above spot. And even though, despite the limited mintage for the koala, it's still priced reasonably well, at least for now. 75,000 mintage for a bullion coin is relatively limited, especially, or it's relatively rare to see that, especially with the price point that it is. And with the Perth Mint's reputation for their coins doing well in the secondary market, this coin here may have some potential to do well in the secondary market, as it's being the first in this new series, being representative. Very well done pieces, both of them. Nice quality. They're still not, there's no information to see whether these will milk spot yet, but there has been some bullion grade Perth Mint products that have had some issues in the past, so that remains to be seen. And the Queen's Beast series have gotten better over time with regards to quality issues and spotting and scratches and the like. So very, very nice indeed. There's your comparison. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to y'all for watching and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.